My name's Wrezinski. I'm with the Foundation for Financial Education. It's a nonprofit organization that works throughout the United States. It's made up of all volunteers. I don't get anything for doing this. I've been involved in the financial services industry for 35 years. I'm a member of this community. The community's been very good to me, and it's a way of me being able to give back some of what I've learned and some of the experiences that I've had over the years, hopefully to empower you and your families to be able to make decisions about finances that will reduce your taxes, help you cope with inflation, help you with issues such as probate, long-term care. Those are all things that the foundation helps people make decisions about. The foundation has about between 30 and 40 different workshops that they have for people. In organizations. We do those workshops at no cost to the organization or any of the participants. Are you going to do your estate planning yourself? Well, what the problem there is that you don't know what you don't know. I would guess that there's probably not a stupid person in this room, okay? But you don't know what you don't know. And you know what else? The tax codes change constantly. The tax code is larger than the combined works of William Shakespeare, which is over 2,500 pages. And it changes constantly. How are you going to keep up with that? But estate planning is more about living than it is about dying, because most of it has to do with what your wishes are while you're alive. Property passing outside of a will, we've touched base on that. How is that possible? Is that a good thing to do? All right. Community property, life estates, TOD, POD, beneficiary deed, gifting, and life insurance. Okay. Property passing outside of a will. If you have this, a beneficiary, many of the assets that you have, you can name a beneficiary to. It's okay. You don't need a will for it. All right. Community property, there you've got some issues. Life estates, if you have an asset that you want to pass on to your children, but, or your nieces and nephews, this is an example, but you want to make sure that your spouse is taken care of during the time and let your spouse have use of that for the rest of their life, or your child. These are all issues that come up. Let's say I had a $100,000 life insurance policy, and I named you, I didn't name you the beneficiary, but I wanted it to go to you, and you were my single living heir. And I wrote down estate on there. Okay? Well, it would go to my estate through probate and then to you, instead of going directly to you, avoiding probate and avoiding taxation. Okay? A 401k. Okay? This is a little outside of the scope of the estate planning issue, but I feel it's integral because a lot of people who think that they're under the estate tax end up paying really egregious taxes simply because they don't know what they don't know about what happens to a 401k or an IRA. If you leave a 401k at an ex-employer without putting it into a special tool, okay, and you pass away, 20% of your $500,000 is going to go, that's $100,000, is going to go to the IRS. And it doesn't have to. That's $100,000 that you do not have the use of anymore for the rest of your life. Okay? And it doesn't have to happen. If that money is transferred into the proper estate planning tool, you pass away, that $500,000, all of it, without exception, goes to you.